Hi everyone. Um, Today I would like to introduce my business research. The topic is the current features and future applications of AI in designing and manufacturing. So I would like to start with the abstract. So, in an era of Industry 4.0, in which the product cycles are becoming shorter, workers are forced to efficiently adapt to different materials or methods sooner. So you may ask why or why this happened or what is the reason behind it. So I would like to give you an example that if you imagine that you are assembly workers and today you are working on something circle, a product that is in circle form, and in the next 2 weeks you are forced to get used to one product that is formed in square. So it means that you have to adapt to different kinds of methods or different ways to produce things in very short time. So that is the reason why, uh, as the product cycles are become shorter, workers are forced to adapt to different materials very soon. So this situation creates a very good opportunity to apply augmented reality. Why? Because there is not a teacher that will always be by your side and telling you what to do. So as in this era, plenty of new kinds of technology have been nurturing, and augmented reality (AR), as it is useful, is one of the fastest growing ones. So the current augmented reality practice in designing and manufacturing improve the efficiency and efficacy for both producers and customers, creating better working environments and customer purchasing experiences. So AI has drastically changed the way people have entertainment, work, and make purchases. So AR, with its enhanced features, is receiving more attention from other enterprises, especially producers of vehicles and architectures, or we can say more on interior design. Augmented reality creates not only new methods of working, but a new lifestyle that people have to get used to. And people's future interaction with AR can be varied due to different features of the AR. So now I would like to introduce a little bit about the current applications of AR right now in manufacturing. So the majority may have witnessed the magic of AR by playing the well-known AR game with the top 10 worldwide downloads, which is Pokemon Go. But little is known about AR's massive potential and the true mechanism that can serve as powerful tools in several industries. So AR means a process of combining or augmenting video or photographic displays by overlaying the images with usable computer-generated data. The images can be varied from vehicle models, interior design models, or any kind of heads-up displays (HUD), like displays in first-person shooting games, so you can see the first person, and Pokemon Go or Google Glasses. So moreover, AI focuses on not only the information display, but also the interactions between the users and display objectives, giving it an even bigger potential to operate and be adjusted according to different needs in various fields. So the AI's true benefit in manufacturing is to improve productivity, the ability to sense, monitor, characterize, and support workers for highly complex assemblies, especially when conducting unpleasant, unsafe, exhausting tasks. The AI works as a sensor, recognition, and instruction tool. The researcher put a camera on the assembly table connected to a monitor in front of the assembly workers. The monitor will present what is on the table, and the AI assistant will recognize the tool's names, telling the workers the assembly state. It means that mm, I will give you an example. There will be a lot of tools on the table, and you cannot name each of it. But AI will tell you what is exactly the tool's name and tells you how to use it and what is the character of those tools in the assembly sample, in the assembly stage. So the researcher experimented to evaluate the effectiveness of AI in practice by comparing the number of errors and the completion time of assembly work with an AI instruction system paper manual. The results show that by following the AI instruction, the completion time and the number of errors are reduced by 33.2% and 32.4% in manufacturing. So you can see it is very efficient. So the real problems in the manufacturing factories are facing right now are first, too many procedures in a single task, leading to performing steps out of sequence or skipping steps. Second, the components may be hard to recognize, like what I just give you an example. Third, the working process and conditions may be difficult for workers to describe to others. Fourth, workers lack instant notifications of dangerous emergencies like chemical leaking or overflow of radiation. AI can provide instant information needed, recognition of components, working procedures, dangerous marks, and emergency codes in the working process and present it on wearable devices like Google Glasses or any kind of glasses. So workers can check without making further redundant actions. Means it will be much more efficient. So in the designing applications, AI is commonly used in product showcases, with 32% of consumers using AI while shopping, according to the report by Fitbit. The value of AI in property construction and interior design is that it helps visualize the design work in the places the designers want them to be, giving a final view result and bridging the gap between the virtual environment in the constructing software and the reality. In the designing process, every single adjustment on the lines, shapes, choice of fabric, and colors will affect the final feelings of the work. Yet repetitive revisions are indeed, for it is too hard to imagine whether the design is suitable. With AR, many lengthy works become unnecessary, and the communication between designers and customers will be much easier. There have already been several apps using AR, like IKEA or IKEA, whatever you call it, furniture store, and Arki, ARKI. Arki is an app that overlays the 3D models on the image from cameras, enabling the users to interact with the objectives, change the materials, conduct shadow analysis, or demonstrate wind calculation. Wind calculation. Yeah. So the researchers have done a research trying to figure out what is the perspective of different users of AR, and it divides the users into three categories, which is professional users, pro users, and ordinary users. Um, so the research it shows that the professional users and consumers review different perspectives and needs toward interior design. The professionals express that accuracy is the most important as the designers should put more emphasis on whether the furniture fits in the physical space. While in consumers' point of view, accuracy is not a problem. Yet objectives should look sufficiently realistic. So now we know the basic background and applications of manufacturing and designing. Now I would like to discuss more about the future expectation of AI. So the first one is the first one is low cost instruments. So there is not much factories using AI right now. The reason why is factories put more emphasis on the cost of their instruments, and as the factory gets larger, the cost of um, the cost of changing the instruments will be much higher. But the price will drop as they are keep improving, just like normal product in the market as they keep improving, and people will think the product will finally normalize, so the price will drop. And the next is security is a problem. As AI must be connected to the database of each company, as it is the hacked or it is broken, it will finally end up to stop the production of the factory. So, the solution to that is the isolated network. The isolated network can keep the information protected as it is isolated from the Wi-Fi or internet. And the next is AR glasses for every worker. Every worker in the factory should own an AR glasses as it is much more efficient than using the paper manual, as you can see from the this research. So and the next is AI assistance in AR. Digital assistant like Siri or Jarvis environment, as you can imagine, can be integrated in the AR. So people can not only use the visual instruction, but also can listen to it. The next is zero lagging performance. Lots of work is risky and cannot tolerate a single error in the factory, like like factory in radiation or factory about producing chemicals. So zero lagging is very very important for AR to improve. The next is motion display interaction.
I'm sorry, Leon. So I think due to time constraint, I think I need to ask you to come to your conclusion now.
All right. So AR is definitely here to stay. Not only do the designers and manufacturers have to adopt the new technology, but we as customers should keep our path to so we can enjoy a much more convenient life sooner. As we just say, it is definitely a future lifestyle, so we have to adapt to it. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much. I think again, I think overall, I think this is a very clear presentation. I think I like the fact that I think the layout of the poster is also very neat. Yeah, I like how you try to use different headings. And you also offer a single sentence to further explain each of the headings. Yeah, I think again, so graphically and also in terms of the content, I think the poster, yeah, is also a very convincing case. All right, so now I'd like to again start by inviting some questions and comments. I can also start with my question. I think as for the AR glass, which is a very important device, right, in using AR technology, but I think according to statistics, about 40% of AR glass users report dizziness, right? So I think right now it's still maybe unsolvable. So what do you think about this?
I think for most of the people that using AR, the distance, the distance situation will be much lower than those who use VR. So VR creates a virtual reality, but and creates more distance. But AI is more like HUD, heads-up displays that you can see on your like car windows. So I will give you the inside side. I think it is much more like something we have to adjust. So as people get used to it, we can reduce their distance while using it.
Let's see. So thank you for the explanation. Right, good. So can we have another question or comment? I think again, so due to limited time, we can maybe take one question or comment. So feel free, if you like to speak, you can just turn on the mic. Yes, Allison.
I think it's a lot of traditional industry companies in Taiwan, such as the one maybe produce the iron or the clothes or whatever. But for these companies, it's hard for them to introduce the technology of AR. So if not the consult, but just if somebody wants to convince them to introduce this technology, do you think there has some advantage that can convince them?
Right. So to reply this answer, to reply this question, I think as we say, the cost is the first priority factor that they concerned about. So I think one way to convince them is to actually apply it like for trial, so as they can actually witness the efficiency of the AI, like it can reduce like 32% of the time consuming, they can actually they will be convinced to use that. Is, is that replying
Thank you.
the question? All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Allison. Yeah, I think it's a very important question. Yeah, I think of course I think today so our other two presenters like Ruby and Natasha, I think they all somehow discuss the online experience. Yeah, so maybe in a way maybe so Leon you can try to think about how we can maybe apply AR, for example, maybe also to enhance educational, maybe WFH experience. Yeah, but I think so. In terms of the structure of the BR, I think you already have a very complete structure. So I think what you need to do now is just to try to keep on adding Flash to the discussion section here. So I really look forward to reading the completed report. Right. So congratulations on a well done job. So let's give Leon a big hand.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. So now we're moving